Hey, what's up? Today's topic is a requested question that honestly I've gotten many times over the years. And today's topic is, why are spirits more active at night? I have heard so many times that the veil between worlds thins at night. When the moon is up, when it is nighttime, the veil thins and spirits become more active and they become more present in the world around us. Why? And what exactly does this mean? Why are spirits more active at night? The veil between worlds thins at night means that there is a boundary between this physical world and the spiritual world, or the astral world, or the astral realm, or there are so many different titles we could use. Referring to the boundary between these worlds as a veil is symbolically meaning that the boundary is very thin, because a veil is made of very thin fabric that you can see straight through. So it's saying that the boundary is super thin to begin with. When they're saying that the veil is thinning, it means that things are becoming even closer together or more visible. It's more of a metaphor for things become more visible. In tarot, the high priestess is shown on a throne between two pillars. One is black and one is white. These two pillars symbolize day and night, light and dark. Behind her, there is sometimes a thin or sheer veil or a sheer curtain, and this is representative of the thinness that there is between these two worlds. And also, the black and white pillars, day and night, represent not only the spirit world and the physical world, it also represents... The door behind me just opened because my cat just came in, by the way. That probably looked kind of spooky on the camera. The two black pillars representing day and night also represent the physical world and the spiritual world, and it also represents the difference of how we can perceive those two things from day to night. And I'll get into this a little bit more. The high priestess sits at her throne right at the edge between worlds, right at this barrier, right at the portal. And from her viewing point, she can view both the physical world and the spiritual world because she's right there, right at the barrier. This is why the high priestess represents higher wisdom, intuition, awareness, all that jazz. The veil between worlds is not literal, it's a metaphor. It's a way to say that things become more visible at night. And like tarot, it's representing that although these worlds are separate and only separated by this thin, sheer veil that you can see straight through, it's showing that they're so close to each other that you can see both sides. You can see into the spiritual and you can see into the physical. Although in the high priestess it's representing a single portal behind her where you can cross between worlds, literally in life there is not just one single portal or one vantage point where you can cross over and go back and forth. You can do that anywhere. You can access higher wisdom anywhere. But nighttime is what we're talking about, and for some reason things become more visible at night. Why? Spirits are made of light, and in darkness, light becomes more easily visible. Let's use an example of nighttime. You walk outside and you look up and you can see all the stars. Daytime, you walk outside and you don't see any of the stars. But the stars are still there, you just can't see them because light, stars, are more easily visible when it's dark outside. Another example is if I were to turn on the light above me, right, or a lamp in my room. During the daytime, I may forget that that light is turned on because when the room is so bright, I don't see that that light's turned on. But as the day goes on and the room gets dimmer and eventually at nighttime, I'm like, oh my gosh, I left that light on all day. It's because when everything is dark, you're more aware of what is light and what's shining, and those light things become more easily visible. It's not that they weren't there. It was there the whole time. You just couldn't perceive it as easily. Again, this plays into the symbolism of the High Priestess Tarot card of how both sides are visible to each other at any given time. The presence is always there, but depending on the time of day and your personal awareness, you may not always see both. If I have a light on though, it's the same light, it's the same brightness, it's the same everything. The only difference is day versus night. A bright room versus a dark room. So we continue. Are spirits more active at night? Not just why are spirits more active at night, but are they more active at night? The answer is yes and no, because spiritual energies are always present, but are they more present and more active at night, or are we only perceiving it more at night? So let's ponder this for a second. Why do we perceive spirits more at night? Let's just toy with this idea and figure this out. Do we, and why would we? Other than how I already mentioned that light is literally more easily visible in the darkness, to bring some science into this, our brainwave patterns do change from day to night. We go from waking brainwaves to sleeping brainwaves. In our modern world, we are conditioned to live by this masculine construct, where we wake up, we go through the day doing all of our duties, going to school, going to work, we eat dinner, we unwind, etc. Not only are we conditioned to live by this pattern, but our brain waves actually function to support this happening during the day. The survival instinct that has been around forever is that we have the instinct to do the things we need to do to survive during daylight. Think back to when fire wasn't even invented yet. All we knew is we have X amount of hours of daylight and we need to do what we need to do to survive, and then nighttime is when we rest and then we do it all again the next day. So on a deep level, our primal instinct is to live this way. Not just socially, but primally, our brainwaves are wired to function that way. Nighttime, on the other hand, is socially, primally, and brainwave patterns are time of rest. So we have this flip from daytime being do, and then we have nighttime being rest. Nighttime, however, is also our time of dreaming. And the flow pattern, the energy pattern of nighttime is much more feminine. So, sun equals daytime equals masculine equals structured. Moon equals nighttime equals feminine equals flowy. These are some symbolisms that have been around through all of time, and it's for good reason. It just makes sense. It's not only representative of the change of energy from day to night, it's representative of our brainwave scientific internal circadian rhythm changes from day to night. This is a very long description of explaining that during the daytime, we are not wired to perceive spiritual, flowy energies as easily. But at nighttime, we naturally come into a place where we are calm and restful and open, ready to dream, ready to flow freely. We enter a state where we're more easily ready to perceive those energies. And again, it's not that those energies aren't present during the day necessarily, but it's that we're not wired or ready to perceive those things during the day. It's not what we're focused on. We're focused on, I have to go to work. I have to do my job. I need to safely drive my car. I need to go to the grocery store and get all the things. We're so focused on so many other things, we're not in a place where we're slowed down enough to even perceive things. And a side note, this is why meditation is so successful, is because you're making a practice to slow down during hours of the day that you normally would be go, do. You're purposely taking time out of your day to slow down and be open to feeling or sensing things that normally you wouldn't be in the mindset to be able to. Are spirits more active at night? Since spirits know that we are more open to receiving and perceiving spiritual energies at night, I do believe that they are purposely more active at night because of that awareness of us. I think spirits start showing up in the evening ready to interact with us, and we start noticing them. Although some spirits may be prone to sticking around you 24/7, I think the good majority of spirits probably do just show up in the evening because they know not only you, but everyone else who is existing in nighttime at the same time as you. Everyone in that area is becoming more open to receiving and perceiving and feeling energies. So they're not showing up just for you, they're showing up for everyone. I do think spirits are more active at night. And this is not only the only explanation I have been given by spirits, it's the only logical deduction I've come to on my own. But if they are more active at night, hypothetically. This is the theory. But feel free to form your own opinions. This has just been my own perspective that I've formed based off of talking to spirits and experiencing these things my entire life. If I shift my perspective, and if I'm super open, if I make meditation during the day more of a practice, I do start feeling more energies. So that has really made me realize that those things are always there. I'm just not always in a place where I'm willing to perceive it. In my personal experiences, spiritual energies have always been more active, more intense, more powerful, more present, easier to receive, easier to feel, easier to perceive, all that stuff at nighttime. Nighttime has always been way more active for me. And to me, this has always seemed like it was mutual, that I wasn't making it more active, and not necessarily that they were making it more active only on their own, but that it seemed to be a mutual thing, that I was more open, that they were aware I was more open at that time, and that mutually we're coming together, like, this is the best time for us to connect. Once I learned more about science and brainwave patterns in particular, it all clicked and started to make more sense to me. Our brainwaves are literally changing into a state at nighttime where we're just more easily able to do these things and feel these things. I am more open at night. They are aware that I am more open at night, and that is the time that we come together. Anyway, that is today's video. I hope this was interesting for you guys. I have had a lot of people ask me about this over the years, and like I said, this is just my own conclusion that I have come to, the things that I was told, the things that I have learned. By the way, if you are seeing this currently soon after posting it, I am planning to do spiritual videos for the month of October, and I hope you guys enjoy what I have coming your way. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If you enjoy my content, be sure to subscribe to my channel and come back for more. If you like spiritual videos, I have a whole playlist of only spiritual videos. I also do lots of other things on my channel, so check it out, scroll through. Everything's categorized into nice little playlists. Thanks for watching, guys. Classic mayo.